This video is sponsored by CyberGhost VPN, and unlike other VPN services out there, CyberGhost doesn't spy on your internet usage or collect and sell your data. What they also do is provide you the fastest VPN service possible each time you connect, but you also have a really cool option where you can select from streaming servers dedicated to individual streaming services like Hulu, HBO, Amazon, Netflix, YouTube Red. You get the idea. So go check out CyberGhost VPN in the video description below. They can support your iPhone, Mac, PC, and Android devices, all for just $2.75 a month. Hey guys, it's Jeff, and today Apple has in fact released iOS 13.2 Developer Beta 4, and this will likely be the last beta version of iOS 13.2. We'll get into that just a little bit later, but as far as Beta 4 goes, the update size for my iPhone 11 Pro Max was just around 160.6 megabytes, so a very, very small update here. I'm not really expecting any new features or changes. I'm really just expecting some bug fixes and maybe speed and performance, kind of changes here and there throughout the UI of iOS 13. So hopefully we get those speed and performance changes as we move on into the betas here, and hopefully we'll be seeing an official release of iOS 13.2 with all of the new features that we've already seen here in a very short time period, maybe later this week or next. But for now, let's focus on Beta 4 of iOS 13.2, get it installed onto our device here, and let's talk a little bit about what's new in iOS 13.2 Developer Beta 4. Okay guys, so we have iOS 13.2 Developer Beta 4 loaded up on our device here. We'll go into general and check out some more information about this update here. If you go and tap on the software version, we'll get our new build number here. That is 17B5084A, and that does indicate that this likely is the last beta until we see like a GM version or the official version. Now, traditionally in the past kind of few releases of iOS 13, we actually haven't been seeing GM versions. We've just been seeing like the official release of an update. So I'm not really expecting to see an official GM version for developers. I expect that next week or later on this week, we'll just get an official version of iOS 13.2. Now, also in this menu, you can also see that our modem firmware has in fact changed. So last time it was 0.13, now it's 1.02.14. So a very small update to the modem firmware here, but in the past, betas in beta like 2 and 3, users have been reporting that LTE speeds and connections are way better with this modem firmware update. So this is likely just building on that. Now, as far as any new features go within iOS 13.2 Developer Beta 4, we really haven't found any. We will confirm that if you go ahead and connect your Beats headphones, that the animation at the top will now work. You'll now see the headphones connect properly. And if you go into share audio, that will kind of come up a little bit more frequently here. It will be recognizing your headphones a little bit better. And if you go into the volume control slider here and then go into noise control, this will actually be working more consistently. So noise control is kind of like basically turning noise cancellation on and off. You can see that there's an animation there at the bottom. That is always working now, and the noise cancellation turning on or off for Beats products that have noise cancellation technology, that is now working fully and more consistently. Now, why did Apple add the noise cancellation toggle here? We've had Beats Studio headphones with noise cancellation for a while now. Why did they add it just now? Well, that is likely for the next generation of AirPods Pro headphones, which will have noise cancellation technology. So it's really nice to see that Apple is adding, these new features and toggles here within the control center, and it's very nice to see that everything is working quite nicely here. Now, another issue that we did have in the past beta is that the Beats Studio 3 headphones that I have weren't coming up as the correct color, and this is likely just a bug here, but it is not working even still. So my Beats Studio 3 headphones are gray, they're not black, so this still is an issue here within Beta 4. Hopefully this is fixed by the official release, but you can see that if you go ahead and press connect, that doesn't work either. It kind of just takes a little while, but it will eventually connect. You can see that you have the correct battery status and everything like that. Everything works. So Audio still works, it's just that we do have a few UI glitches here and there within this beta of iOS 13.2 specific to Bluetooth headphones. Now, one thing that I really loved in the last beta is just being able to switch through the camera modes and operations just so quickly, going throughout like the different modes or different kind of resolutions and frame rates for video was also a really impressive feature that Apple has added, but it works really smoothly here, and it has gotten even faster here within beta 4. So it's really nice to see some more progression on that feature and just more speed and performance within the different apps that Apple is making. Now, we'll touch a little bit on speed and performance here. As I said, nothing really is new within this version of iOS 13.2 Beta 4, but we will go ahead and share our Geekbench results with you because we actually saw a slight bit of performance jump here. So as you can see in Beta 3 here, these are our scores, and then switching over to Beta 4, we have slightly higher scores within Geekbench. So that is really nice to see here, moving on throughout the beta. If we go to the compute or GPU performance, 6,420 in beta 3 and 6,476 in beta 4, a very small kind of update here in the speeds for Geekbench, the GPU test, but it's really nice to see that performance is definitely on the rise. We'll be talking about speed and performance just a little bit later here in the video. But yeah, guys, this is beta 4. Unfortunately, nothing really new within this update. So sorry that there's not much to say here, but just know that as far as like all the new features that have been released within iOS 13.2, they are fully working. They are actually working really well, and speed and performance is definitely on the rise here within the iOS 13.2 betas. So that's really nice to see that Apple is focusing continuously on speed and performance, as that was not really the case in iOS 12, and it's just really nice to see that that focus is being kind of maintained here throughout the betas and throughout the official releases of iOS 13. Okay guys, so let's move on to speed and performance. We touched up on speed and performance just a little bit, and we showed you our scores, but let's show you the overall graph of scores ranging from iOS 13, the official release, on to now on iOS 13.2 developer beta 4. There's been quite the progression moving on here throughout the iOS 13 official releases and now on the iOS 13.2 betas, and it's really nice to see this progression. So as far as the CPU score goes, we've definitely seen a lot of progression. As far as the GPU scores go, we've definitely seen a major jump in performance on the GPU scores, but I think the most shocking and surprising thing that we've seen here is the scores for the battery. The battery life scores for Geekbench, and then moving on to actual use performance, has been staggering. Battery performance is always a touchy subject when it comes to iOS updates, because in the past we've gotten kind of degradation of battery life for iOS updates specific to iOS 11 and iOS 12, even with older devices as well. And now with iOS 13, even with older devices and our newer devices, we're seeing better and better battery life as we progress on through the iOS 13 versions here. So that's really nice to see. And as you can see on the graph here, battery life is definitely on the rise. So as far as iOS 13.2 developer beta 4 stands, we're looking really good on CPU performance, GPU performance, and as well battery life performance as well. And this is not just for newer devices, this is also for previous generation devices like the iPhone 10, the iPhone XS Max, the iPhone 8 Plus. These are all devices that are getting speed and performance jumps and also battery performance jumps as well. So guys, that was iOS 13.2 developer beta 4. I know there's not really much to talk about today. There was not really anything new, but definitely something to talk about when it comes to speed and performance being so consistent throughout the betas here, and of course the iOS 13 releases. Of course, if you have any questions or comments about what you saw today, please comment those in the comment section down below. And if we missed anything, any new features or anything like that, please comment those in the comment section down below, and we'll be sure to go ahead and and check those out. So again, guys, thank you all for watching this update video of iOS 13.2. We greatly appreciate all your support. And if you want to stay up to date with future content of iOS 13.2 official beta versions or official versions or anything that we talk about here on the channel, definitely leave a like on this video, get subscribed, and hit that bell button to get updates as soon as any of our content is released. We would greatly appreciate your support. So again, thank you guys for watching, and hopefully I'll be catching you guys in some upcoming content. Peace.